Hello, everyone. My name is Michael, and welcome to my first live stream. I will be doing some mini card readings today on the channel. So, if you would like to be a part of this channel and help it grow, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll go from there. But if you guys have any questions you would like to ask or have anything that is going on with you and you just want some clarification, today might be your night. I'm going to try to do as many as I can and try to help out as many people as I can. This is the first time I've ever done this, so especially on YouTube. So yeah, if you guys like what you hear so far, by all means, I ask that you would be so kind to subscribe to the channel and yeah. So just trying to fix up the last few things for everyone so they can find it and go from there. So, see what happens. Hopefully, everyone can hear me okay, and that there's not going to be any issues or problems or anything like that. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I just got a message from someone on my Facebook real quick just to let me know that they were watching. Oh, jeez. Anyhow, it's such a different perspective when you're doing this like this, more live than the way I was doing it before. But yeah, so tonight can be about mini card readings, or it can be about um, asking questions, etc., etc. I have multiple different decks, so if anybody would prefer a certain type of deck being used, angel cards, oracle cards, etc., etc., then definitely something that I felt really guided to the last little while is this deck right here. It's a privately created deck. I only found it in one store ever. Um, so I've been really feeling connected to these cards and drawn to them when I give readings lately because there's such different types of pictures and things like that that you wouldn't normally see on cards. So I'll just quickly show everyone what they look like. So these are some of the cards here. So there's one here called the Tree of Life. They're actually quite like colorful, creative, and there's not a lot of information on the card, and that's particularly what I like about these cards is because you really need to use your own intuition and you really got to understand different things about all of the cards and stuff like that. But these are not like tarot. These don't they how do I explain it? These don't work the same way that tarot would. This is something completely different, based off the same system almost, but not the same meanings for each card. So, there is differences in these cards compared to tarot or oracle or something like that. And, you know, however it's going to go, will go. So, and for everyone that's watching, don't forget you guys can chat with me on the live chat here. So all you got to do is, if you're on a computer, it should be to your right hand side of the screen, and if you're on a phone, it should say live chat on the bottom. You'll have to click it up to be able to type a message or something like that. So, yep. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay, and yeah. So again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm sure none of you probably heard it, but if you guys want to ask questions or you want to talk about spiritual matters or anything like that, or you want a free one card reading, by all means, let me know and be able to help you out. Once again, just to let everyone know, my name is Michael, and yeah, this is my first YouTube video. So, welcome, welcome, one and all. And thank you so much for being here. And to a couple of my friends that have decided to come from Facebook. And yeah, so hopefully you guys find the chat okay. Because without you guys chatting to me, I won't know what's going on. If you guys can hear me or anything like that. So yeah, you guys need to keep me informed. It would be on the bottom of the screen. You'll find it. Trust me. It's on the bottom. Like especially if you're on mobile or tablet, you'll find it. It should be there on the bottom. Like you'll have to click it up so that it goes up. But you should be able to find it. Huh? Ah, I see. I see you, Joanne. However, there's two people with your name or with the same last name. It's interesting. One is you and one is another. So, hey, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Um, as I was saying before, this is the first time I've done a live feed like this. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, um, want to get to know me a little bit more, by all means, go ahead and ask, and I will definitely answer the questions to the best of my ability. But aha, now I can see it, Joanne. Oh, Eric's watching too. Wow. All right. Talk about what the cards mean. What do you mean by what the cards mean? Like what these cards mean? Like I said, these cards here are not particularly tarot. They're not particularly. Um, they're not particularly tarot. They're not angel. They're not anything particularly. They're called the Secret Oracle, and they're basically created by a lady from, I think it's Bolton or something, or no, Guelph or Georgetown. Pardon me, Georgetown. And the lady sells them in the crystal shop that she works in. And I don't know why, but I felt completely connected to these cards, and they're unlike tarot, you know, by any means. Like the pictures on here are extremely colorful. Um, Actually, that's a good question, Eric. Let me check real quick. Hmm. Well, okay. The only death card. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this out, and then that way I can explain it a little bit better. Um, okay, so the only death type card that would be in this deck, and let me just make sure that the picture is coming up okay, because yeah, so the only death card that looks somewhat deathy, I guess you could say, is this card right here. Now, if you notice that even though it's got a picture of a skull in it, it still doesn't really represent like death too much. It's called the Paradigm Shifter, okay? And this card, like, these cards aren't written up in a book. Like, there is a book to it, and it just gives you like a general understanding of what each card is. But technically, these cards aren't meant to have a book per se reading. These are based on energy that you're connected to via the person that you're working with, or it's the connection of spirit energy that comes through, and going from there, because it's not necessarily, you know like I said, it's not based off of tarot, it's not based off of oracle, it's not based off of angel. It's whatever was speaking to the person who created these cards, and it's whatever your interpretation of the cards say. You know what I mean? So, for example, it does too. Yes, it does, Joanne. That you very, very good observation. If you notice on the skull here, and I know it's going to take a few seconds because the feed's behind a little bit, but if you notice on this card here, the skull, believe it or not, is actually like a purpley blue. So, yes, it does represent change. It can mean multiple different things. Like, you have to understand that each color in the rainbow has a different frequency, different energy, different feel to it. So, purple generally to me represents the crown chakra. It represents clarity and intuition and being able to see clearly. It can also represent other things like headaches and confusion, depression, things like that. So it's all about the card. It's all about the reader's interpretation of your energy at the time. Okay. Um, the only other card that I saw that would kind of come close to, you know, I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to say death, but I don't want to say, um, I don't want to say anything like scary or anything like that, because I don't see anything scary about these cards. You know what I mean? It's more of um, each person's interpretation of it. You know what I mean? Okay, so the only other card that I can see that could be potentially a problem is this card right here. This one is called the Seer, and look at the picture. It's a cat with a mystical ball above its head. I mean, some people don't like cats, and that could be a freaky thing for them. You know what I mean? There's also this one here too. This one is called Truth or Dare, um, and it looks like it has a odd looking little dragon in it or something like that. Oh, hold on. See, this is why I have to look at the video as well. Sorry, I have to remember that the camera is at a different angle. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so right here should be okay. So like yeah, right here there's like a little dragon type creature, and his tail's coming up like that, but he's got like crazy wild hair, and you know what I mean. So no, Eric, this actually talks more about truth or dare. So this is more of a person that would be talking about, if depending on the person who it is, it to me it would bring out like this person is a real risk taker. You know what I mean? Like this person um, does whatever they can to put themselves in that fight or flight mode. So basically, they enjoy the adrenaline that comes through of being scared or wanting to take risks in life and things like that. And it also would give them an opportunity. Do you want to take the truth path or do you want to take the dare path? You know what I mean? So it's all about creating and um, being a risk taker for this card. So now there's a, believe it or not, Joe, there's actually a card that is called the challenge. And this card actually represents challenge based on the energy that it produces. So hopefully you can see that. So, yeah. Now, if someone was to pull this card in a reading, it's called Song of Truth. Okay? And this card basically would represent that everyone around you is being completely honest, but you're not taking it that way. You think they're still lying to you. Okay? So that's the energy that I get from that card. Um, there's also this one here, which is called the Spirit Feather. This is generally a good indication that spirits around you, that they are trying to bring you a sign or an omen. May also mean that the feather has been dropped in your path and you either did or did not pick it up. So, oh, pardon me, you're right. It is the challenge, the channeling. Jeez. Um, okay, I'll put those aside. Thanks, Joe. I didn't even realize I was saying that one wrong. But there is a challenge card in here, and it wasn't the one that you said it was. I'm trying to find that card right now. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Come on. Okay. Well, maybe that was the card that I thought it was, but that goes to show you something right there. So anyhow, Spirit Feather, we talked about Song of Truth. We've talked about the channeling card, which I thought was challenging, but the channeling card we've talked about, Truth or Dare we've talked about, and the Seer we've talked about so far. So I'll put those ones aside for now. But then again, Joe, and it's a good point that I should probably point out. Everybody's interpretation of cards is different. No two people will get the same thing, and if they do, it's basically copycatting. You know what I mean? So what I get from one card may not be the same that you get, and what you get may not be the same that I get. But that doesn't mean that what we're saying is going against each other. It's actually complementing the other person's reading. And thus, with that being said, you may get a part of reading from, reader A, and reader B may give more light on the subject of what you were talking about, so that it makes everything to that sitter understandable in a more interesting way, if you want to call it. You know what I mean? Anyhow, so which one of you wants to be the first victim? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No, which one of you wants me to pull a card for them first? We'll see what comes up. And I'll give you my. Who's it going to be, Joe or Eric? Or whoever else is watching? Not sure who else is watching, but it's all good. Waiting for your guys' response. Me. All right. All right. Here we go. So, Eric, the first card, the card that comes out for you is called the Mirroring. And I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. So you can see it. So the first card that comes out for you is called the Mirroring. And basically, to me, this is telling you that you're looking at yourself in a mirror and you are fighting with yourself, that you are um, unhappy about a lot of things that are going on, and you basically don't know which reflection to properly choose and which one to choose as a path. You deny certain aspects about yourself. You put on shades of gray, I guess you could say, and make yourself look like one way to some people and look another way to another. So that's what this card is basically trying to tell you. So it's up to you to take it or not, but that's what Spirit's bringing through for me to tell you. Yeah, I know. I don't know who they are though. One of them is probably me. I know that much, Joe. Anyhow, so Eric, can you understand what I just said to you? Just curious. All you gotta do is say yes or no, bud. Ooh, I dropped the card. Yep. All right. Well, as long as you understand, that's all that matters to me. Because it's you know, it all begins with honesty, and that's the way it should stay, right? Anyhow, who else would like fun? Ah, there's only three people watching now. Me and you two. Oh well. No worries. It'll take time to grow a channel. Oh no, we got four now. Okay. Jeremiah, I believe it's called. Your name is right. I don't want to butcher your name, so, and I'm bad with saying names, but I think that's Jeremiah or Jeremiah. Oops. Okay. So see now this card here just fell out of the deck, but it fell face down, so I could not see it. So Jeremiah, you can either have this card or I can shuffle and pull one for you. Do you want to go with the one that Spirit knocked out of my hand, or what? Completely up to you. I'll wait for your response. All right. Well, oops. Okay. So, Jeremiah, the card that come out for you is Ultimate Reality. Okay. Now, again, this is based on what Spirit's telling me, so I'm going to tell you whatever they tell me, okay? So just so you understand. So this card basically comes out for you to basically say anything that you want, anything that you desire, anything you wish for can be a reality, but you must also first make it a reality. You cannot expect everything to be handed to you on a silver platter. You cannot expect people to do everything for you. Sometimes you have to do it in order to make it possible. So the 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 reality of this is that you can make your life whatever you want it to be, but it's completely up to you. Nobody can do it for you. And Jeremiah, if I can even go one step further, and it's funny because Spirit's kind of bringing through that you lack um, power and control. You are kind of like the type who surrenders to people more often than you should. And they're basically saying that you need to work on your root chakra, which would help you to gain more control over your life, more have your power back type thing. So does that card fit you well? You understand everything that I was saying? All right. You're very welcome. And if you want to be a part of these more, please don't forget to subscribe and drop us a like on the video. That would be much appreciated. If you have any spiritual questions you'd like to ask or anything like that, by all means, please ask away. So, Yeah, and share. Yeah, thanks, Eric. Yeah, without people reminding me, I won't remember, which is kind of bad. It's funny, for all the time that I have been giving readings in life, in my lifetime, which has been a long time, to be honest with you. At least it seems like a long time. I never remember anything I tell people. And I have started to figure out more and more why I don't remember things is because it's not for me. It has nothing to do with me. So why do I need to keep it, right? You guess you'll take the next card? Okay, I kind of figured that was coming, Joe, but yeah, I wanted you to ask for it. I don't want to assume. What do you mean by your 3 for 3? Of course, Joe. I always do it for you. Come on. Oh, okay. I'm kind of nervous to flip this card around for you, Joe, because I have a feeling. Ha ha! I was freaking spot on. How do you like that? Divine protection, Joe. This card is specifically for you. Spirit is trying to let you know that you are protected in all things, in all ways, and that there is nothing that you should be fearing or questioning or doubting. You have the power to make it what you want. And Spirit is trying to tell you this. This is why they're beginning to open things up to you. Things that maybe weren't necessarily open to you before. So, yeah, I think Spirit is trying to bring this to your attention, and they're basically saying, you're protected. Don't worry about it. And you are well on your way to beginning an amazing life from this point on. And hold on to that because that's a really, really awesome card to be pulled for you. And it was directed strictly by them. So they're really trying to tell you this. So hope that helps, Joe. And yeah. Something I heard the other day, guys. You know what? You know what the book is good for? Believe it or not, the book is good for doing this. Watch. Putting it inside the box, taking it, closing it. That's what it's good for. That's basically what a book is good for when it comes to cards. But let me grab another deck and maybe we'll try a different deck and see what people come up with. Or see what Spirit comes up with, pardon me. Um, okay. Well, you should be, Joe. You should be. Okay, so guys, I'm going to give you some options. There is numerology, there is animal, there is angel therapy, and archangel. So, oh, hey Charlotte, what's up? Well, you're yeah, yeah, no problem. I mean I completely understand. It's all good. It's all good. Um anyhow, so we are doing mini readings, one card each person, whichever. If I feel like things are going well, maybe I'll do another one for everyone. I don't know. It's however spirit leads. But I have the other deck I was originally using, but then I also have these four that I feel like I should be having out right now. So if if one of you that has already had one would like me to use one of these on them, by all means go ahead and let me know. Um, yeah, which one? I mean, I'll do one from each. I don't care. I don't care. You know me. I love helping people. That's the whole point of me doing this. So, as you can see, the cards are here. Look, there's the book. And again, there goes the book. Okay? Just so you guys don't all think I'm cheating. Um, okay, hold on. I'm going to line them up across the TV here. That way I can have quicker access to messages. Excuse you? What do you mean by messages? Okay. So, the decks I'm not using, I'm going to put back over on top of their boxes just so that I don't have a big, huge mess all over the chair here. And I'm just going to tuck the. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I mean, I plan on teaching classes on this channel as well, just to let everyone know. So, yeah. Uh, all right. So numerology is the deck that is in my hand right now, and I guess that's what we're gonna go with. But yeah. Now, Charlotte, just out of curiosity, do I know you already, or are you just someone who found me on Facebook or on YouTube? The box of cards, messages. Oh yeah, yeah, from Spirit Guides, yeah, Animal Guides. Pardon me. That's my bad. Sorry, Eric. Oh. If you're the Charlotte I'm thinking of, Charlotte, then that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. How you feeling, by the way? It's been a long time since we talked, eh? Wow, that is awesome. So glad to hear from you. How has everything been? All right, I'm starting to get a little bit warm, so I'm just gonna quickly take off my sweater, guys. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I'm almost back to myself. That is awesome to hear, Charlotte. That really is. That is so awesome to hear. I'm so sorry for what you had gone through. Anyhow, um, yeah. So okay. So numerology. Numerology. Let me just explain a little bit about how numerology works with me. So basically, there's numbers on the cards. They go anywhere between 11 and 90 something or whatever it is. Now there are names on the bottom of the cards, as you can see, um, and they do play a factor. It's just like the other first deck I was using. Um, there's a number, a shape, and a little bit of a description on the bottom. Okay. However, how numerology works for me is I look at the numbers and I add the two numbers together. So whatever those two numbers equal out to generally is a good indication of what spirit is trying to say in essence. Okay, so you have to understand that some numbers are significantly powerful, i.e., 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, and 12. 13 is also very powerful, although most people think 13 is a bad luck number, but it's not. 7 is also very powerful, and 20, anything. So any of the numbers that I just said, and you add like a second number to it, like so let's say 22. 22 is a good number. 33 is also another good number. 77 would be a good number. 11 would be a good number. 111 would be a good number. So it all depends on what number keeps coming up. Like I constantly see 333. Every time I look at the clock, 333. Or I see 222, or I see 255, or 355. Something always ends up being 333 or 55. So it holds great significance to me. For example, right now I looked at the time, 10:03. So that pretty much signifies exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah. Anyhow, so what will happen is one of you or whoever wants to go first, let me know, and I will pull a card for you and give you whatever comes out. And in case you're wondering why I'm not showing my face in this feed, is because I'm trying to show the cards. Not that I don't want to be like, prettied up and dolled up or something. I see 444. Yeah, four. Okay, I believe it or not, Joe, I had a book that was by Doreen Virtue that had all of the angel numbers in them. So every number combination, you name it, it was in there. And I used that book religiously, man. I would constantly go into that book and look. Yeah, November 22nd is a good number, and also November 17th, which is my birthday, is a good number. My wife's birthday is November 20th, which is a good number. Um, there's also um, you want a numerology card, Charlotte? Or would you like something a little bit more laid back? But yeah, whichever. Whatever you want. I'm good with. Spread them out here. Yes, please. To numerology? Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to go with numerology. Jeez. Okay. Hmm. All right. Well, the card that has come up for you, Charlotte, is number 48, and it talks about financial discipline. So, um, to be honest with you, oh wow, you couldn't really see that now, could you? Sheesh. Anyhow, so the card is 48, financial discipline. Um, I just want to make sure you can see it. Hold on. Look at the glow coming off of that card. Jeez. Come on. Show the card. Sorry, Charlotte. Just I'm trying to let you see the card and it's just glowing in the camera. It's hard. All right. Anyhow, it's not letting me show you the card for whatever reason. But financial discipline, the card basically comes up to say to be very careful with your finances over the next few weeks, months. Make the proper decisions on everything, and don't be quick to spend money. It's probably better to hold on to it and save it for a rainy day, if that makes sense. Um, and if you're making a big purchase like a house or a car, don't be so quick to grab the first one that comes up. Basically, is what it's saying. So, does that make sense to you, Charlotte? hopefully. Jeez. You're very, very welcome. Anybody else want a numerology card pulled for them? I know. Let me guess, Eric. You want one too, right? And probably so do you, Joe. And I think Jeremiah was the other one that was here. So I'm sure everyone's gonna want another one. So let me let me uh, let me push them out and wherever. Oh, Charlotte, I also feel sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Real quick, Charlotte. I also feel um, like there's a financial abundance coming to you. Like someone, something is going to bring money to you. If that makes sense. It's almost like someone's paying you for something or someone's giving you like a job well done. So maybe like a raise at work or something. But I definitely feel like you're getting money. Um, wow. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense, Charlotte, because I don't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, how interesting is that? I pulled the exact same card. Now that's pretty crazy. And there's the glow again. Jeez Louise. Yes, I know the delay is long, Joe. I'm sorry. What can I do? So let me put this card back at the bottom. Oh, wow. And I'll reshuffle again because obviously there's no possible. Oh, okay. Now that's creepy. That card flipped over while I was shuffling and popped back out again. Charlotte, I think I should just mail you this card because they're constantly trying to take it out. So you know what? I'm going to leave it right there by the crystal grid for you. Okay. And I'm going to ask Spirit to create a financial blessing for you. Basically, I'm going to ask them to bless you with finances. So I have put, oh, geez. I have put that card underneath the crystal grid, and I will keep that card under the crystal grid for the next, for however long I do this thing for. Okay, so basically allow the energy to sink into um, this to make it so. You know what it means for you, Eric? Well, that's the thing. See, I wasn't really pulling any cards for you yet, Eric, so it can't really be for you. That was the card that was for Charlotte, and for some reason, Spirit keeps wanting to say, "Hey, no, this card needs to stay out." So I got to give it to her. It's now Charlotte's card. That's just how it works. Okay, Jeremiah, are you still here? I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, please say something in the chat. Hmm. Okay, so Jeremiah, I'm going to go back into the original order and I'm going to pull the next card for you. Now, remember, the financial discipline card has been taken out of the deck specifically for Charlotte. So, yeah, let's see what happens. All right. All right. Jeremiah, um, the card that comes out for you is number 63, and it's parenting. Probably going to have a glow again on the card, which, yes, we do have a glow on the card again, and you can't see it. Just the symbol that's popping out of it. Interesting. Anyhow, so number 63, parenting. Basically, to me, Spirit is saying to you that you're a father. And if you're not a father already, you will be very soon. Um, and that you will make a very good, strong parent. You're a very loving individual, that you always want the best for people, even though people don't always see it that way. But yeah, this is what this card represents for you. Does that make sense to you? Whoa. Jeremiah, you're funny. All right. So, um, Eric, I think you would be next. No, no, wait. It was no, no. Yeah, I think it would be you would be next, Eric, and then it would be Joanne. So let's see. Let's see. Where do you want me to go, Spirit? Come on, talk to me. Oh, well, ain't this a card for you, Mr. Eric? This card is number 16, and it's called Rebirth. Now, Spirit is basically trying to tell me that you have your life in your hand right now, and you're going down a very bad path, and that it can be fixed, but only if you want it to be fixed. Spirit says you have the power to make your life better, and you choose not to. So, yeah, I think Spirit's trying to tell you something tonight, Eric. Um, you're welcome, Jeremiah, and that's cool, man. I was a stay-at-home dad for a little while too, so yeah, we are definitely delayed. Wow, that's crazy. Believe it or not, this chair is killing my legs. Holy crap. It's like cutting circulation off to my legs or something. I can feel the pain. All right. So let's see. Joanne, you would be next. So let's see what Spirit has to say for you. And I don't believe this card will be rosy, rosy, but you never know. Oh, come on now. Okay. Hmm. Aha. Joanne. It was rosy. How do you like that one? Joanne, number 78, spiritual career. Now, where have you heard that before, Joe? Interesting, eh? Yeah, so this card, Spirit, is basically saying that you have a spiritual career ahead of you, and that you need to paying more attention to it, need to be more focused on it, and need to be listening. Spirit says they're giving you a lot more than just smelling things, and you keep denying it. But yes, look forward to your career in a spiritual field. Absolutely. So, let's see. I'm going to put those ones back. And being called to the Archangel deck for some reason. Now, guys, these are Archangel Oracle cards, and generally what they do or how they show is like this. Excuse me. They show like this. There's words on the bottom. There's the main word of what the card is, and yeah, they have very colorful pictures on them. However, again, as I said to you before, I only look at this portion here of the picture, and the angels do the rest and tell me what they want said. Now, these cards are more specifically to give a clear direction or path of life and things like that. So it will give you, like, for example, hello from heaven. So someone is trying to tell you hello, basically. There's clairvoyance, which means you can see through the third eye. There's angel therapy, which means you should be an angel therapist. Outdoors basically means spend more time in nature, do a walking meditation. Indigo and crystal children basically means that you have those type of children in your life or that you are one. The next card is you know what to do. Certain people may not think they know what they're doing, but this card will definitely clarify that for a lot of people. Counselor card basically signifies that you should be in the counselor field or that you should be counseling people. Spiritual understanding basically represents you have a very good understanding of your spiritual nature and what you're passionate about, and it should be something that you should pursue. Chakra clearing is basically representing uh, get your shit fixed in a retrospective way. Divine order is basically kind of like saying the divine is working on your behalf. They're going to order everything and make it proper. Um, Career transition means you're going from one job to the next. Overcoming difficulties means that you can overcome anything and everything because there's nothing holding you back except for yourself. Crystal clear intentions. The card basically speaks for itself. Spread your wings. Um, this card has often been interpreted in my readings as, oh, I can fly. Well, no, not necessarily. Um, this means to open up your heart and pay attention because there's a lot more that can be appreciated in life than what you're looking at. So, anyhow, guys, those are a few of the cards and how they work. Okay. So, um, let's see. Well, that was not for anybody because I haven't said a name yet. Wow. That was not for anyone because I have not said a name yet. Spirit, stop flipping cards out. Wow. It almost happened again. How you like that? Maybe they're for me. No. Wow. Again. Stop doing it. Stop putting your finger in the road while I'm shuffling. Anyhow, so, Charlotte, I'm going to come back to you because, Charlotte, I like you. And so does Spirit, it seems. Because they kept saying, Charlotte, Charlotte. Okay, she'll be the next one. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So, Charlotte, the card that comes up for you is teaching and learning. Now, why is there such a glow on these cards? Like, I really do not get this one bit. Let me see if that helps. Hold on. Sheesh. Well, that made it even worse. Kill me now, please. Kill me now. Okay. Let's see. Maybe if I bring this up a little bit. Sorry, guys. I know there's a delay and it sucks, but I'm just going to put this up a little bit and see if that is working. And that really does not make a difference. So, oh gosh, is it too bright or something? Give me a second. I'm going to see if maybe the brightness is a little bit too bright on the camera. Um, so sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second, please. There we go. So, guys, I basically lowered the brightness. Let's see if this helps. Okay. So, the card at hand for Charlotte is. Oh, wait. My goodness. I had the deck the wrong way. Sorry, Charlotte. Teaching and learning. Okay. And their spirits, basically, angels, spirit, whichever way you want to look at it, whoever you would prefer to listen to the most, is basically saying that there are opportunities for you that are coming up which will allow you to teach, but you're also going to be learning as you're teaching too. So I don't know if this has to do with your job or if this deals with something completely different, maybe a different path or something like that. But this card, again, is basically saying that there's a lot that you can teach on, but there's also a lot that you can learn about the subject as well. Um, and I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but that's all they keep saying to me, is that there is something that she needs to be teaching, but that she's going to be learning from it as well. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Charlotte. So, well, I'm glad it makes sense to you because I was scratching my head going, huh? What do you mean? Why do you keep telling me to say it over and over and over again? You know what? It's all good. Whatever spirit wants, they get. So, yep. All right. Jeremiah, if you're still here, you're up next again, buddy. So, yep, yep, yep. Let's see. Let's see what comes out for Mr. Jeremy next. I am sure it'll be something good because he keeps getting good cards. This one. All right. Ooh. Well, Jeremy, hopefully you're still here, but this next card that came out for you is Gentleness. Hmm. Um, Basically, Spirit is saying that you're gentle and that you may look differently than you portray out. But you're very gentle when it comes to family and loved ones and things like that. You have a very kind heart to you. You're I would almost have to say soft spoken most of the time. Oh, wow. Nice name. Nice name. Anyhow, so Jeremy, hopefully you heard that, and yeah, hopefully that makes sense for you. What's up? Welcome to the YouTube thingy, jigger, whatever. Oh, jeez. Did that make sense to you? I just I always like to know, Jeremy, if things are making sense to people, because if not, then I like to give clarification. You know what I mean? Like if you understand it, okay. Basically, what I was saying is if you understand it, uh, then it's good, because then that means that Spirit is giving me the right information to pass along to let you know and everything else like that. But if you don't understand what the card is trying to tell you, or how I'm interpreting what they're giving me, then just let me know, because you know my whole purpose of doing this is honestly to help people. So yeah, Joanne and Charlotte, and I guess Eric and Cryptic Demsel would know that about me. And if you're wondering why I didn't say your name, Cryptic, is because I always say it wrong. And Joe basically said, don't ever say your name wrong. So I'm not even going to try. Okay? For my own safety. Anyhow, Eric, you would be next. So, Ilana. Yeah, I know. Ilana. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. Uh, Eric, yes, this card is for you, Eric. Aha, Mr. Comfort. Hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. So, Eric, this card is for you, and I know exactly why it's come up. Well, at least I think I do. Basically, spirit angels are trying to tell you that there's someone around you that needs to be comforted and to know that they are still cared for, still loved, still appreciated, and still are needed. That's basically what this card represents. So, yeah. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Eric. Because if not, I don't know what else to say. Um, okay. Joanne, you would be the next one. And I'm kind of just skimming through the cards real quick, give them a little bit of a mixer upper. Um, wow. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I was off in my own little world there for a minute. Uh, holy shit. So Joanne, okay, this one. Wow. Oh, Joanne. The card that comes out for you is creative writing. Um, this card comes out to let you know that if you're not writing, you should be, because people will find inspiration in your words. People will find comfort. People will find understanding. People will find knowledge And it would be a very good therapeutic thing for you to be doing. People will get a greater depth of who you are through your words that are written, Joanne. Oh, shice. Okay. Okay. So, Miss Ilana, I'm going to I'm going to pull one of these cards for you, okay? If that's all right with you to start off with. And yeah, we'll go from there. Joe, you're awfully quiet. Oh, jeez. She's probably like, I'm gonna kick that guy's ass tomorrow when I see him. Oh my gosh. It's okay. I'm used to it, Joe. You know that. Everyone wants to kick my ass. All right. Lana, are you ready? Here we go. I'm gonna spready doo doo. Huh. Okay. Well, Ilana, the card that comes out for you is blah, 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 healthy lifestyle. And I believe that is spirit or angels are trying to bring forth to you that you can try and try and try all you want, but at some point you're going to have to go to a doctor and get it all figured out because you know you're doing right with your health, but something just isn't working properly. Um, mm, Hopefully that makes sense to you, and hopefully you can understand where it's going. Because I know that you struggle, um, and I'm not going to broadcast it all over the internet, but I just know that I know, and I get it from you every time I'm around you. So yeah, but it might be something to look into a little bit more and get it checked out. To be honest with you, Ilana, I believe it has to do with the thyroid or some other type of organ. Okay? I'll leave it at that. I don't know if you guys heard, but my dog is whining at the door. He doesn't like when I do this kind of thing because he starts seeing spirit all over the place and he's kind of like, how did these people get in here and how come nobody else can see them? Funny. All right. So, have I have I missed anybody with these cards yet? The archangel ones? Have I missed anyone? If so, please say I or me or she or he or whatever. Just let me know. Eric, you're funny. You're like, uh-oh. Did I miss anyone with these cards, guys? I'm waiting for your answer. Nobody answered. Okay. Cards are being put away. Okay, so the next deck that I have here in my hands is Doreen Virtue's Angel Therapy Oracle cards. Okay, and these cards are similar to the other ones, although these will talk about chakras, fairies, twin flame, light worker, heart chakra, integrity, nervousness, you know, stuff like that. Okay, I don't want to go through every single card because this is not a class per se. This is mini readings. Okay. Did I lose you guys all? Because nobody's typing. Everyone got real quiet. You're making me a little bit nervous, guys. Like, yeah, I'm just saying. I know you guys are still there. I can see how many people are watching. I'm just wondering why you guys got so quiet, preoccupied by something else. Here, just listening to you. Oh, oh, okay. Okay, no problem. All right. So, I'm not 100% sure. I know he said he was busy with his baby, but Jeremy or Jeremiah, if you're still here, I'm going to pull another card for you. And I'm basically going to pull a card for you each deck we switch to. So, yeah. Um, if you can't watch it right now and you could only listen, yeah, everyone's my friend on here. there's no there's no new people. So yeah, I'm gonna pull another card for you, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I know where I know that. Okay, so hmm now again, mm, so Jeremy, Jeremiah, sorry. Don't mean to butcher your name, buddy. I really don't. Anyhow, so you got the crown chakra. The crown chakra, again, as I explained to you before, comes up when there is either a balancing issue, like an unbalanced or balanced. And with you, uh, this card basically is coming through as a balanced chakra. So I don't feel there's anything particularly wrong with the crown chakra, although I do get aches and pains like headaches or like there's a lot of stress per se. Maybe not just being a new dad, but I think just with life issues. Um, it seems to me there's more to there's more to why you stay at home as a father than meets the eye. And I don't want to, go into everything, but definitely there seems to be a um, like a sign basically saying do not cross this point in your mind somehow. Like you'll allow certain memories, but you won't allow everything because I feel like it plays too much of an emotional card with you. Um, I feel like it brings back painful memories. Um, but yeah, so that's basically what I'm getting for this card for you. Again, like I said, if it don't make sense, just let me know. If it does, good enough. All right, Eric, no problem. Oops. All right. So I need to figure out who the next person was again. Shite. Um, Stupid microphone. Okay. Um, who do you want me to go to next? Okay. So, thank you for being loud and clear. Charlotte, I think you're going to be next again. Um, yeah. So, Charlotte, if you're still watching, this will be another card that is pulled for you. Here. Okay, so Charlotte, the card that comes out for you. No, it's okay. But Jeremy, did the last card did the last card that I just gave you, did it make sense to you? Like, do you understand it? Before I go on to Charlotte, real quick. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Charlotte, the next card is for you, and the card is basically called "Be Willing to Forgive." Now, I don't think it's so much of you that's having a problem forgiving people. I think you do. I think you forgive people very easily if they've done somewhat wrong. However, I feel people tend to hold things against you a lot more than they need to. And yeah, I it's 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 difficult because it's difficult to explain, but it feels to me as if someone is being very unforgiving with you, Charlotte. I almost want to get I almost want to say it's a female because it feels very feminine in energy. But yeah, someone is definitely holding a very strong grudge against you. Doesn't like the fact that you were given opportunities before her. Um, and maybe there's some anger there still between the two of you, like in your own heart. And maybe that's why the cards come up, just to say, hey, get rid of the rest of it so she can't hold anything more against you. But yeah, that's what's coming through for this card. Um, so yeah, Charlotte, let me know, and if it's not right, then it's not right. No problem. I only give what I get. So, oh, all right. Well, should have been smarter and brought down something to drink. Shush. Throat's getting all dry. Uh huh. Okay, well, I rest my case then. No, I'm just joking. Well, I mean, if you can find it in your heart, Charlotte, to forgive and let go of the remaining anger or whatever it is, it definitely highly in your best interest for that. But again, I understand that sometimes it's easier said than done, depending on the circumstances and all of that wonderful stuff. So, yeah. Um, so I believe the next card I'm being told to give is to Ilana. So hopefully she is still here, and I will pull the card for her. I know you are, Charlotte. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing how I'm not even right in front of you, and it's still interesting how cards and spirit works, right? It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Okay, so Ilana, the card that comes for you, and I'm not 100% sure how this will relate to you per se, but I feel it has something to do with those or someone around you. And the card basically comes out with heal away addictions. Okay. And I'm going to tell you straight out, Ilana, because I don't really like beating around the bush, but this to me, the girl in this picture, reminds me of a motherly figure who's pouring out, I guess you could say, her heart and wants the world to be a better place and wants to change, but feels trapped inside of a bowl, if that makes any sense. Um, I'm also getting the feeling like she's tried to reach out many times for help. She desires help, but she never follows through with help. Um, okay, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. Wow. Anyhow, Ilana, hopefully it made sense to you. And yeah, Spirit basically said, "Shut up, don't say no more." So yeah, yeah. Hopefully that card made sense to you. I am a little bit concerned right now, but you know, whatever is what it is. It's scary. Um, basically, yeah. But you do realize who Spirit's talking about, correct? Like you get that part of it, obviously, and you know whom I'm speaking of. I think Grandma could help you with that one. Can't you, Grandma? I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious, Ilana, but I could be wrong. Maybe I am totally wrong. I don't know, but yeah. Um. Okay, so I feel. Let me see. Who's going to be the next person? Mm, I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of hearing both names at the same time. Like I should almost pull two cards at once. but that could get very confusing. Oh, you're very welcome, Ilana. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bedbugs bite, as they say. So, Joanne and Eric, I keep hearing both of your names said to me at the exact same time. So, do I pull two cards or one? I think I'm being told to pull two. So, let's just do this. Okay. I think it's like a he said, she said thing. So, let's just go with it. So, now which one of you is this card for? Let me see. I believe this one would be for Joanne, and this one would be for Eric. So, um, oh boy. Okay. So, okay. So, Joanne, the card for you that comes out is the ear chakra. Okay. And ear chakra is basically now we're not talking about physical ears here. Okay. We're not talking about physical ears. We are talking about the spiritual ear. The ear chakra basically is indicating that clairaudience, that you will start to hear or you already are hearing spirit, and it's only going to increase and get more and more as time goes on. So if you think you hear them now, there's a lot more coming, basically is what I'm being told. Okay. Now, Eric, for you, I we were drawn the card that was drawn was the heart chakra. And dude, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. But the heart chakra is coming up to say there is imbalances in that region. Okay, their base spirit is basically like literally ready to kick your ass for not paying attention and not listening to direction and to um, knowledge from beyond. Okay, they're basically saying that in order to heal things, you need to be able to listen to those around you, especially medical people. I'm going to say that once. Now, why the two of you got pulled at the same time, I have no clue. But I believe that there is something that both of you can learn from each other. And you guys have decided not to learn that yet. There are differences between you and her, and you guys, Eric, you like one thing, whereas Joe, you like another. And there's no compromisation between the two of you. There's um, like a battle going on between the two of you. And it seems like neither one of you are very happy and always feeling like one doesn't understand the other and the other one doesn't listen, or both of you guys are not listening. But it feels to me like Spirit is trying to say the only way to make this work is by both of you coming together and making it work. Okay? Um, so those are the two cards. And I'm not going to go any further because that alone could probably take 3 hours. So, yeah. Um, okay. So, hate me, love me, kill me. I really don't care. But I'm only telling you what they're telling me. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But, yeah. Anyhow, so the next set of cards we're going to use is the messages from animal spirit guides. So these animals are any kind of creature you could find in the world. Maybe not specifically any particular creature, but there are some creatures in there that you would find in the world. Um, so I think we'll go and start with. Who are we starting with? Who are we starting with? Okay, so we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to start off with the the ancient lovers here. So I'll start off with Eric first. I believe that would be the card. Uh huh. The card that comes out for you, Eric, in the animal spirit guide thing, is the chimpanzee. And no, I'm not saying that you look like one, although if you really wanted to be one, you could if you wanted to. I don't really care, but the chimpanzee card comes out, basically says on the card exactly what this animal represents. The animal, the chimpanzee says use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. Okay, so Eric, the chimpanzee is basically saying again, you have all the answers within you, and you know what's right and what should be done, but you're not listening. You're choosing to go against all of the good advice you're getting, and ultimately has repercussions. All right. So, yeah. Now, Joe, you're going to be the next person to get an animal card. Arya. Arya. Arr. Okay. So, Joe, this card is for you. All right. So, Joe, the card that comes up for you is the elk. It says, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. So true, eh, Joe? Yep, that card suits you perfectly right now. Sorry to say. Charlotte, I will go with you next. Let's see. No, not a rabbit. No, not a rabbit, Eric. You were the chimpanzee, buddy. And Joanne, you were the elk. Both friendly creatures, non harmful, non threatening, I guess you could say. Okay, so Charlotte. You are. Let's see. This one right here. Okay, so Charlotte, the platypus comes out for you. It says, "Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life." So that is what the platypus has to say. Um, yeah, I think that card could have been worded a little nicer, but yeah, you know, you got to see what's in front of you, right? We always gotta, we always gotta be. We always, you know what? That's the thing that I don't quite understand about us humans. We complain about everything, and we forget what is right in front of us, what we have right now at this very moment. You know what I mean? But, and I'm not necessarily speaking about you per se, Charlotte. I'm not using you as an example or anything. I'm saying everybody. I complain daily. Don't get me Don't get me wrong. I complain daily. I'm probably one of the biggest complainers you'll ever meet. I I didn't say that out loud. Okay, so Jeremiah, you will be the final card that is pulled for this. Hopefully, he's still around. So Jeremiah, the zebra is pulled for you, and the zebra says, "Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times." So Jeremiah, that one is for you, the zebra, and yeah. Anyhow, I wow. So, is there anything that you guys would like to talk about? I think I am going to hold off for a little bit with the readings again. I'm gonna take a break. You're very welcome, Jeremiah. Actually, let me see. Yeah, but you got to look at it, Charlotte. You got to look at it as, no matter what goes on in life, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sometimes complaining, it helps to get it off our chest. It helps us to, you know, be more at peace with the situation and things like that. So sometimes complaining is a good thing. But basically, okay, good night, Eric. Basically, when we're constantly complaining about everything and everyone, we're not necessarily looking at the what's in front of us. We're not necessarily accepting what's in front of us. We're just complaining about it, and it becomes a problem because we're creating it to be a problem. Like with the law of attraction, look at it this way: you are what you speak. You know what I mean? So you are what you think. You are what you assume yourself to be. So if you say, "No, I'm a great person. I can accomplish everything. I can do what I need to do, and there's nothing that can stop me," and you keep that attitude and you keep working towards that very thing, then absolutely, that is what you're going to get because you are making that reality an actual reality. You are making that life for yourself. And it's not until we fully understand and kind of step back and be like, okay, am I really putting my best foot forward? Am I really doing what I need to do? Am I really, giving it all my best? And at the end of the day, if you can't say, yes, I have been giving it the best I can, then, maybe you got to kind of like reevaluate your life and kind of look at everything and be like, okay, I have this in my life and I'm very, very thankful for it. But why do I complain about everything? Why does it always seem to be a problem that I need to complain about it? Because maybe it's not the person that's involved that is the problem. Maybe it's something within your own heart that's a problem. You like does that make sense? Like you can go on and on and on about every little thing you want, but until you actually realize that not everything is about everyone. Maybe sometimes it's within. Maybe sometimes it is our own created frustration or problem. You know what I mean? So you kind of look at it as, you know, why is this person doing this? Well, no, not necessarily. The person maybe it really isn't doing it, but maybe that's how you're interpreting that they're doing it. You know what I mean? So to you, it seems wrong, but to others, it's not wrong. And they're only doing what they know how to do best, per se. You know what I mean? But, again, Charlotte, please don't get me wrong. I was not specifically pointing out just you. Um, I am literally talking about everybody because I mean, like I said, I'll be the first one to take the blame on complaining about every little damn thing that goes on in life. Like, why does this have to happen? Why is this always happening to me? And why does this never work out for me? I, I'm a complainer. That's just how it is. But over the last, I don't know, couple years, I would say the last few years, I have really started to stop myself from complaining and bitching about every little freaking thing in my life not going the way I want it, and just kind of saying, you know what? It's going to be whatever it's going to be, and I am very thankful for what I have. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like I have started basically setting my own tone of what I want in life. And if it don't happen that way, then I'm not going to sit and complain about it. I'm basically going to say to myself, okay, that's not what Spirit wanted for me right now. That is not what was best for me at this current time. And it's not because I did or did not do something. It's because Spirit already knew that if I would have succeeded and got this or did not succeed and get this, either way the situation would have went. They always know what's best for us. They always watch out for us. They always and that's part of the reason why we have guardian angels, is for that very same reason. Is because of the fact that our guardians are always with us, always watching us, always making sure that what's best for us is what comes to us. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think in a nutshell, we self sabotage ourselves in so many ways without really realizing what we're doing to ourselves. You like, does that make sense to you all? Like, I self sabotage myself every day. Good grief! I wish I could kick myself in my ass because of how I handle things sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I'm asking Spirit, like, okay, how come this is not going the way I want it? And they're kind of like, well, what have you done to correct it? And I'm like, well, Spirit, why do you keep giving me like question with a question? Well, why do you keep asking us questions that you already know the answer to? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, well, thanks, but what good did it do for me? You know what I mean? Asking Spirit a question that I'm only going to get a question back to as an answer does not really help all that much. It kind of gets a little frustrating. Yeah, it does, Joanne. It really does. But you also have to understand that sometimes Spirit wants us to figure shit out on our own. They can't hand everything to us on a silver freaking platter and just say, hey, you know what? Because you open up your heart and life to us, and because you do all of this great stuff for everyone that you come in contact with, here, man, here's $100,000. Go and do whatever the hell you want with it. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, Spirit will be, generous when they need to be. They will help where they need to be or where they need to help. But their job, particularly, and I say job lightly because I don't want to offend them, but officially, their reason, their existence, or whatever you want to call it, is to basically bring clarification that life does continue after physical death. No matter what way you want to look at it, that is their quote unquote career or job in spirit world is to let you know they're okay, they're still living just as much as you are, but yet on a whole different atmosphere, a whole different plane. And yeah, maybe not everyone can see, feel, hear them, whichever, but they're still there. And it's been proven time and time again that they really are there. And still, people are like, well, I don't know if it's completely true because, I've never had it happen to me. Well, maybe you have and you just don't notice it. Maybe that's part of the problem. Our own brain gets in our way from what's real and what's not. Our brain tells us, shit, that color is red. But then you could turn around and argue with yourself, no, man, that thing is blue. And you're sitting there arguing with yourself over stupidity. But yet, it seems to make sense to you, but you're still sitting there going, nope, that thing is red. Nope, no, no, no. Come on, man. That thing is blue. I guarantee you that thing is blue. And you still fighting, 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 fighting. Until one day you realize, you know what? It doesn't matter what color it is because they're both the same color. They're mixed together to make this color. So, who am I really fighting with? Myself or an energy? Look at it that way. Yes, you're fighting with yourself, in a nutshell, but on a very brain dead way, unfortunately. And it seems to me that most people would rather fight with themselves than actually have a belief in something. Like, I know some people, they believe in God and, the Bible and whatever else. Okay, fine, no problem. That's great. Whatever gives you power. Whereas others believe, they believe in Krishnu, or Krishnu, or whatever his name is. I think it's the Indian or Pakistan god or something like that. So they believe in this being. Okay, again, great. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself, just do it. But don't bring harm to anyone else about it. Don't push it on anyone. Um, and then there's people who are happily fine with not believing in anything. And, maybe they're skeptics. Maybe they're like, well, I don't really know about this. And, maybe I'll give it a try, which is fine. But doesn't necessarily mean that. What, Joanne? What's the problem? Why'd you put all those exclamation marks? Am I like losing you guys in the conversation here? Am I just rambling on about nonsense? Nobody understands me. See, again, I'm complaining. I just said nobody understands me. Nobody, So I'm basically self-sabotaging myself. Basically, what I was trying to talk about anyway. Welcome to Spirituality 101. How can I take your order? um, is there water running or someone frying bacon? Where, Joanne? Where exactly would someone be running water or frying bacon right now? Probably because that's probably spirit interfering with the microphone. Just saying. Just letting you guys know. It's probably Spirit messing around with the microphone, thinking, yeah, we're going to shut this guy up. We're going to shut him up right now, guys. Uh huh. Thanks, Spirit. Well, quit your rambling then. Yeah, sure, Spirit, thanks. Really appreciate that one. Go on. Thank you. Dang dog. Anyhow, guys, I think with all of that being said, it's been about almost 2 hours since I have started. And I feel like we have accomplished a great deal of little mini reads. So, guys, hopefully, um, you guys will all share this and, you know, make me a huge success on YouTube. Yeah, right. You know, but thank you so much for being a part of this, and thank you so much. Oh yeah, Jeremiah. I'll definitely be back again with another one. I'm probably, um, to be honest with you guys, I would like to do this. I'd like to do this every night. I really would. I kind of actually enjoyed doing this, to be honest with you. In the beginning, it was a little bit freaky. I was like, oh shit, how is this going to work out, man? Because I'm not seeing nobody, nobody's seeing me. All they're seeing is these weird little hands, like, you know, flapping around in the screen and cards popping out everywhere and all this kind of shit. And yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, okay. But yeah, no, great. Guys, it was great. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think I would like to do this every night. Um, you are most welcome, Charlotte. You are most welcome. And pardon me, Jeremiah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, and you know what? You know what? Yeah, yeah. I know what I'm gonna do, people. I know what I'm gonna frickin' do. Okay, so how about this, guys? One night I'm gonna do readings, like what I just did tonight, and then the next night I'll teach a class or I'll teach something. So maybe what we can do is we can pick one deck and we'll go through. I think you should build up what? I think you should build up anticipation. What? What do you mean by that, Joanne? Oh, Jojo. Anticipation. I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't mind doing like mini readings like this, but I still prefer face-to-face readings. So much more better. Just saying. But you know what? I will do what I gotta do to get her done, and I want to, like I say, like I definitely want to build up this YouTube channel and make it something great. With talking about spirituality and spiritual topics and teaching and all that kind of great stuff. On the other hand, I also want to do like little mini readings like I was doing tonight. But yeah, I think yeah. I don't know. I mean, how would you guys feel if I was to do nightly broadcasts like this on YouTube? Some nights I'll do free mini readings, and then other nights I will just teach about stuff, or we'll just have a Q&A, or something like that. Like, I don't have to teach about something, but I could definitely do like Q&A. So if you guys have like questions you want to ask about spirit or spirit world or cards or paranormal or Ouija boards or tarot cards, I don't care. Ask. Let me know if you want to do a Q&A night, and by golly, we will do a Q&A night. If you want to just get down and dirty and do cards, then we'll do readings. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean? Anyhow, guys, I'll tell you what. Don't tell me the answer right now. Don't tell me the answer right now. Let's make this first video popular. Uh, when it's done and it's been uploaded to YouTube, you guys will probably get notifications. Hopefully, you guys have turned that little bell on when you subscribed. But yeah, wait for it to upload, and then put your comments down below for the video, and let me know what you guys would like. Okay? And don't forget, if you haven't already, to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Yes, nightly broadcasts, and I will set a schedule. But what did I just say? Don't tell me now. Wait until the video is done. And Joe, I will see you tomorrow at 11:30. But until then, guys, until tomorrow night, I will see you all later, and I will be on Facebook in a few minutes if you guys still want to chat. Okay? So, love, light, and beyond, and namaste blessing to you. Talk to you later.